They don't want you. They don't want you. You actually have to be likable to find someone. The fact that women don't need men to survive anymore has caused the male loneliness epidemic. Men had to manufacture a sense of need for their presence. And you don't know how to be desirable to women, so you're lonely. Oh, thoughts and prayers.
Are some women so delusional they think they can openly and freely disparage men without consequence? Yes and no. Yes, because they are delusional.
We got to go here, guys. This was from a YouTuber named Steph Marcille. She talks about what happens to women who hate men. She actually has two parts. Both of them are going to be in the description box. First links. Click them, give them a thumbs up, tell them Dara Sim sent you. Let's get to it.
But also no, because they live in a social and cultural bubble that reinforces these delusions to a level of normality. They have no idea how the world works and how men are essential to almost every part of their lives. To the food on their plates, to the homes that they live in, to the roads that they drive, to the technology that they use, and to the conception that gave them life. In conjunction with this degradation of men, we've given all the power to women. We've raised women up, as we should, but not to be equals to men, but to levels far above men, telling women we are far superior and don't need men in our lives. This superiority complex leads to sweeping generalizations like believe all women, as if all women are innocent, are always the victims, can do no harm, do not lie, cheat, abuse, or are violent.
You know, this is what happens when you give women things. One thing I notice about women is when you are nice to them, or you cater to them, or you give them something, they don't appreciate it. They just want more and more. So they turn into these entitled monsters and they end up destroying everything you gave them. And they end up just not being appreciative of what you give them.
The media further fuels this narrative, often sentencing men to trial by media, portraying men as the predators and abusers, and should lose their job, be cancelled, and have their lives ruined without even being found guilty of a crime. Some Hollywood celebrities, influencers, podcasters, YouTubers also echo these same sentiments, deepening these narratives throughout society. This mass fight and war against men just drives a wedge between men and women, because it has led men to distance themselves from women.
Thank you. Men are saying, that's it, man. I've been saying it. A lot of men, if they're dealing with women, they're either paying for play or they're hooking up and they keep it moving. Most men, they're like, man, I ain't trying to have no connection with a woman because all they're going to do is either try to use you for a free meal. They want you to pay their bills. They want you to pay for a babysitter to take them out. They think they're entitled. It just seems like when you interact with most women, not all, but most, they're a detriment to your life. I got to pay to hang out with you. Oh, they think that I look so good that my presence is so valuable that you got to pay to be around me. This is how most modern women think. Delusional. And as crazy as it sounds, most women do not like men. Even the ones that are married in relationships, they resent us because we're strong, because we're logical, because we're builders, we create, we have strength. So a lot of women they just do not like men.
Out of fear of being falsely accused, mislabeled, and potentially dumped, fired, or canceled for no reason. The workplace environment has become an HR hotspot, where men aren't willing to be alone in a room with a woman. They censor their conversations around women, and overall just distrust women and question their motivations and intentions. And some men have even checked out of the dating pool, believing the effort isn't worth the cost, because the likelihood of finding a woman who offers an equal exchange of value is unlikely. Now, what many women fail to understand is that they may think they have won by rising above men and making them feel dispensable, but in reality, it only leads to self-destruction.
Tell me why every day I go out, looking adorable, tits bouncing, skin glistening, and yet nobody ever hits on me or approaches me.
Listen, women are never going to win against us. Like, they might think that they've won because they got a job and they maybe have a little degree or something like that, and they got their own place, but they'll never win. Because here's the thing, women are biologically, they're designed to seek a man. Our protection, our covering, our resources, they need that from us. So here's the thing, they probably out there grinding. I'm working, I'm going on these girls trips and everything, but they're going to always complain about needing a man. Don't let these women feel that you're just insignificant. You see videos like this all on TikTok. That chicks like, why aren't dudes and approaches? Dudes ain't approaches. What are men that approaches or talk to us? That means you're needed. And they're missing your presence. They're missing your attention, your validation. That's how much they need us.
Oh my God, like, please. I'll take a construction worker cat call at this point. Please.
The same Gallup poll I referred to in part 1, which found that men in the US aged 15 to 34 are amongst the loneliest in the West, also found that the second most lonely group are women aged 35 to 54. It's funny how the headline is about the men, when in reality, women are not too far behind. If I were to speculate, I would say these women are most likely unmarried, don't have kids, and are working unfulfilling jobs. And these are not out of choice. They do want to be in a loving relationship with a quality man and have a family and kids to care for, and maybe have a part-time or full-time job that provides them some form of satisfaction outside the family. Their desperation is high because they're nearing the end of their fertility window. Without finding that partner they want to start a family with, and they see the doors closing. They potentially also spent the past decade adhering to the modern feminist belief that they don't need a man, and they should focus on themselves and their careers, only now to come to the realization that those ambitions provide little life satisfaction, especially as they get older and see their friends get married and start families. And thus, all the extracurricular activities with friends and colleagues start to dry up. You don't have to look far on social media to see evidence of this, where women are complaining they can't find a quality man, that they are alone and want to start a family. But few men want to be with these women because they are often self-centered, entitled, bring little to the relationship, and don't understand how to be a valuable partner to the men they desire.
And a lot of men aren't going for it. You see all these chicks. I did a piece on these videos, the chick in the middle in orange dress, walking around. Why aren't men approaching us and buying us drinks? Women are just self-centered and entitled. They're always trying to get something from you. They never want to give. Like businesses don't even operate like that. If you want something from me, you have to give something in return. Like these chicks, give me. And you like, okay, what am I getting? They just think that their presence is enough. And it makes me sick too. How entitled they are, man. They just think that you just should be happy to just be around me. And it makes me sick. It really does.
This is especially a problem for younger generations, because if women, social media, news media, and society make it their mission to destroy men, then how are they to develop, grow, and become the real men that women will come to desire, to become their husbands and father of their children? We are removing outlets for young boys and men, for example, less recreation time and sports in schools to blow off steam. And we wonder why so many young kids, and especially boys, are being diagnosed with hyperactivity disorders. Very few boys now go to Boy Scouts or some equivalent, which gives them a space amongst men to engage in male bonding activities and camaraderie. Men need their spaces to just be men, just like women need their spaces to just be women. There used to be many gentlemen's clubs or male health clubs that provided these bonding spaces, but a few vocal feminist women have protested, claiming they are discriminatory on the basis of sex and should allow women entry and membership. We call men's only spaces sexist for not allowing women, but women's only gyms, camps, events, and spas are not. Where can men go to just be men? If you're watching, let me know in the comments below, where do you go to just be amongst men and feel totally free?
You used to go, to Boy Scouts like she said, but a lot of men are going to gaming, right? You throw your headset on, hey, you can talk, you can shoot the shit, you can chop it up, whatever the case may be, and have a good time with the buddies. And a lot of women are starting to infiltrate the spaces of gaming too. You see them with the little cosplay outfits, and they got their chest, their breast hanging out and everything, and they act like they love gaming. Like women they're always trying to be around us. And then when they're around us, they're gonna complain and they're gonna nag. And they're gonna say, oh, this is not something they're gonna be upset about and disgruntled about. But you don't see that a man trying to, I'm running to all-female gym, I'm running to a female space. No, we leave women alone. But women can't seem to leave us alone.
Progressive leftist, woke, liberal women have no incentive to provide a balanced perspective, because that would reduce or remove the agenda they want to push for their own gains. If only one side of the truth and narrative are continuously pushed, it has a cultural impact where incorrect beliefs become the normal group attitude. And it only hurts women, because often what women say and what they respond to are two very different things. They will say one thing for social cohesion or groupthink, but act in a completely opposite way. For example, there is a narrative pushed that women want soft, caring, emotionally vulnerable men, but they also punish those men and feel unattracted to them if they do express feelings or a softer, vulnerable side. Women also fight for equality of outcome in the working world, but aren't willing to do the long hours, dirty, and dangerous jobs that men do. They only want the CEO and board positions to be equal, without having to take the long, hard, and sometimes personally damaging road to get there. At the end of the day, the idea that women should overtake men and that men should basically live their lives in exile without consequence to women is laughable. But unfortunately, we are seeing the consequences of this mentality and reality play out, and it's not looking hopeful or beneficial to anyone. In this video, and I hope it comes across in all my videos, is a message that men and women need one another. We are equals in our value, but provide different types of value. And that's extremely important to the balance of our society, community, and family dynamic. I truly believe this. If women, the media, and society don't start treating men as equals and highly valuable to society, things are going to get a lot worse for both men and women. That's why I make videos like these, because I care about our future and the future of my children.